Welcome back to Immediate Response, and today we're coming to you live from Houston, Texas, and I'm honored to be in this great city, which is the fourth largest city in the U.S. We're having a look now outside of this beautiful place. I mean, it's just a great place, and I understand there are more than 400 Bahamians who live and work in this community. They've been doing excellent work for years. Some have been here for over 40-something years. And now I'm joined by my guest, the Honorary Consul, Lynden Rose. And as they say, a rose is a rose is a rose. I had the privilege of going to that great school in Foxhill with one of his brothers. And I know all of the other brothers. I know his father, his sisters, from the Grove.
Yes, sir.
Coconut Grove.
The Grove.
The Coconut Grove.
Yes.
But Lynden, I understand, went to the government high, so we won't hold that against him today as the Honorary Consul. Welcome to Immediate Response. Good to see you. Out of all the Rose brothers, who was the best basketball player? When I told Charles Thompson I was coming here, he said, I must look for you.
Yeah.
Carl Wheeler, he's a pastor now.
Oh, the Carl Wheeler.
Carl Wheeler.
Well, first and foremost, let me welcome you to Houston.
Thank you. Thank you,
welcome. It's an honor and privilege to have you and your team here. And my good friend joined the team, Paul Fernanda.
Yes.
Who went to the government high with me.
Okay.
And so when you said government high, you were kind of low. I just want to let you know the emphasis should be on the government high. See, there's a lot of other schools that you can pay to get into. You have to earn yourself an opportunity to go to government high.
There's a regular caller on this show. She's probably tuning in. Willamay Smith. She went to the government high.
Yes.
And Margaret Elizabeth went to the government high. They always talk about that school. But one of your brothers went to SAC. Which one was that?
Well, Cecil. Cecil was.
I can see him right now.
He went to SAC, and he's no longer with us.
Yes.
He's in a better place today. But to answer your question, who's the
best out of the Rose brothers?
Well, I guess we're going to order.
Okay.
Shake and bake. Jake.
Jacob.
Because he taught us all. Then Cecil.
Cecil.
And I think maybe I'm number 3.
Okay. And you're saying that modestly?
Yeah, well, yeah. You have to be. A lot of young individuals don't know that.
Yes.
But in the Bahamas, with the population, you have 2 brothers were drafted to the NBA.
That's awesome, man.
Out of Coconut Grove.
Out of the Grove.
Yes, out of the Grove, and so that's unprecedented.
It certainly is.
Unprecedented.
Yeah. Well, obviously, your father played a big role in your lives. I know he was larger than life. I can see him right now.
Yes.
Yeah. What kind of influence did he have, both him and your mother?
Well, like they say, charity begins at home.
Yes.
And every day of my life, what I recall, we had morning devotion.
Awesome.
So where we prayed and praised together, you got your chores together, you got your discipline.
Yes.
Everything happened in that room. And I've always referred to it, that was my first introduction to what a boardroom is like.
Right.
And what the CEO looks like.
Wow.
My father was the CEO
Yes.
of the family, and he ran that family the way it is. And so I've learned that, and it's helped me today, serving on all these boards and commissions,
Yes.
truly understand.
So Lynden, I remember when you got drafted.
Yes.
I remember you coming into prominence. But I didn't know there was a side of you in terms of the foreign service as a diplomat and all that. When did this come about for you? When did you have this idea to be part of as a diplomat?
Again, service is a calling.
Okay.
And I got it from my parents.
Yes.
Growing up in the Grove, my mother, 4th grade education. She was the Mother Teresa of the Grove.
The entire Grove.
Of the whole Grove. So she fed, served.
The house is still there by the traffic lights.
That's
still
right.
There.
Fed and served everyone. So I had no choice but to carry that legacy on. So I really, truly appreciate that's where it all started. So when I left home, again, charity begins at home.
Right.
It didn't stop.
Yes.
So once I left the Bahamas, the opportunity to serve was still there because there's always a need for service. And it was truly an honor to be appointed by the, at the time, Minister Mitchell, Fred Mitchell, and it's so important that to continue under another administration with Dr. Minnis and his administration.
Yes.
And now
he's a Grove man too.
Oh yes.
He's from the Grove.
Well, we all families grew up together.
Yeah, okay.
Pat, we grew up in church together.
Okay.
So this is a small.
Can any good thing
world.
come out of the Grove?
Well,
come and see.
Just look around.
Can any good thing come out of Nazareth? Look around.
Just look around.
Yeah, Dr. Minnis came from that area.
Yes,
that's right.
Yes. Hey, well, not to say Dr. Minnis, that Brave Davis, Prime Minister Davis, he came under the tutelage of my father as well.
Yes, your father.
He would share with you one of the most difficult discipline he's ever gotten was from my father. He worked for him. My father has a service station, so he and Jacob worked for my father. And as Prime Minister Davis would tell, is that they were at St. John's together.
Right, yes.
And they did not finish 1 and 2 in the class. And they were required to be number 1 and 2.
Yes.
I think they were 5th or 6th. And they were both disciplined.
Wow.
So Brave said after Jacob got his discipline, he ran away.
So they were pump attendants at your father's
yes,
station.
yes,
That's
they
amazing,
were. Yeah, right.
Yeah, and the former, the current Prime Minister, the Honorable Philip Brave Davis,
Yes.
comes from the Valley.
Yes.
In the area I come from.
Yeah.
I just thought I'd mention that right there.
Well, if you ask him, if he had the Grove, the influence of the Grove had on his life.
Okay. So Lynden Rose, Honorary Consul, you are an extremely busy man. Yeah. You move all around in high circles, in the diplomatic area and so forth. What do you attribute to your success, sir, over these many years?
My faith and that upbringing that's really grounded me and allowed me to never forget who I am. My father would always say that, and I say it to my nephews and my boys when they go out, remember who you are.
Yes.
And that stuck with me. So I not only represent the Bahamas, I represent my family.
Which is so important.
That name and every person that I've ever come in contact with, because whom a lot is given, a lot is expected. So I carry that with me all the time.
Yeah, mention some of your sisters.
The way you want me to start now.
Yeah, mention some of them.
Yeah. Well,
Phyllis.
Phyllis, again, who's no longer
Sharon,
with us.
Phyllis is no longer with us.
With us, and Deborah. Deborah's a practicing attorney in the Bahamas. And
which one was the high jumper, Sharon?
Sharon.
Sharon,
Yes, Sharon is, she's here in Houston right now.
Okay.
Kids are here. Her daughter's just out of law school. Her son, BJ, just graduated from law school.
Wow.
So last time I counted, it's probably at least a dozen roses are now practicing law.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So we and Priscilla, who's in the medical field.
Yes. Your father came from Crooked Island? The Rose?
Cat Island. What? Cat Island.
Why did I thought it was Landville Point? You must be did something in Landville Point. No, honestly, I've known it forever. Yeah. I'm surrounded by Cat Island people, so forgive me.
But in all fairness, when you said that, I have brothers and sisters that, my father, he had many kids. And I want to acknowledge all of them because, when you ask it, those were the ones, my mother and father's children. Okay. But there are a lot of other ones from Little May on to Atlanta to, Deidre, Sherry Ann. I can go on and on. So it's quite a few of us. And I'm fortunate that I've met all of them, and I'm proud of each and every one of them.
Okay. What would you say, Lynden Rose, is one of the leadership skills that you learned from your father that kept you going?
The fact that preparation, always be prepared, whatever you do in life. And that stayed with me, even in playing basketball. The guy may have been a little taller, a little faster, whatever it is, but I was very prepared. Yeah. And I had to outwork all of them. Yes. Because, hey, I'll
be the shortest Rose.
Yeah, 6'3". No, well, I don't know if I'm the shortest.
But I will be remiss
if I don't shout out for the paper boys in the Bahamas.
Okay.
See, I was a Tribune and Guardian boy.
Really?
Yes.
That's
See,
a
people,
good thing.
people don't understand that.
Yeah, I was a packing boy,
Yeah.
so it starts early.
Well, I pack
pack
too.
too?
Yeah, but you're in the air conditioned. I'm outside in the corner. So you want one of those privileged kids. See,
They made me head packing boy at City Market, East Bay, and they paid me $18 a week salary plus tips.
Yeah.
Edsel Harding and Mr. Ed Burrows, who's in Dedmanski, probably watching the show right now. That's a long time ago.
Yeah.
But Lynden, speak about your work in this area here, in this community of Houston, the work that you do on a regular basis.
Well, again, I'm honored and privileged as an attorney. I still have a law firm. I have a consulting company as well, Ellen Rose Consulting.
Law is the family business.
Yes, it's a good business.
It's a good business.
It's a good business. And I'm an entrepreneur. I am one of the involved in one of the largest airport concessionaires, minority concessionaires in the country.
Right here?
Yeah, in Houston we have over 40 news, gifts, and bookstores in Intercontinental Airport. So when you guys came in, if you stop at Starbucks, you have the Rose family. So I hope you bought it.
I did stop at Starbucks.
I hope you did. So that means that I can pay a bill.
Yes.
So we
then I stop into the bookstore.
Yeah, 40 news, gifts, and bookstores.
Yes.
Chick-fil-A. It is one of our brands.
Chick-fil-A.
Yeah, we have all of the.
I need to just pause on that for one moment. I've always been fascinated by the story of Chick-fil-A.
Yes.
The success of it, and the fact that Chick-fil-A does not open on a Sunday.
Yes.
But it still earns more than most of the competing businesses. That's amazing.
If someone would have said that to me, I would say, well, let me research it.
Right.
But I'm a recipient.
Yeah, you're a recipient,
yeah, we know that. That's one of our, like I said, we have 40 news, gifts, and bookstores. And we're partners. We have partners with HMS Host, so we're partners. So, but yeah, that is, it's a fact.
Yeah. But where did you go to school here when you came?
University of Houston.
Okay.
Yeah. Cecil went, and just to let you know,
basketball, the whole Rose family.
Yeah. Then Sharon came and she ran track here. She was with Carl Lewis.
Yes.
Before Frank. Frank came out. I recruited Frank.
You recruited Frank?
Well, Frank is my little brother.
Okay.
So,
Frank is going to be with us.
Yes.
So all the Rose brothers came to Houston.
Well, yeah. Like I said,
University of Houston.
University of Houston. Like I said, Cecil was a trailblazer. He started it.
With Michael Thompson and those.
The best high school basketball team ever. Yeah. Michael Thompson, Kyle Wheeler, Charles Thompson, Osmond Longcott, and Cecil Rose. The best high school basketball team ever.
Yes.
So
Cecil was the best shooter out of the Rose brothers.
Best scorer. Yeah, he was, but Shake and Bake now. You're not going to leave Shake and Bake out. He's a Prairie legend, so everyone who played the Prairie.
He was, seriously. But as we continue on, what kind of track did athletics put you on? I mean, it's a disciplined sport that you were involved in. You always have to be on top of your game.
Yes.
And like Michael Jordan, you have to bring your A game every day to work.
Yes. And that's a part of it, having to compete. Coming from the Bahamas,
yes,
you had that edge,
right?
Because I had something to prove.
Yes,
I had a chip on my shoulder,
right? And
I approach it every day.
You were always business-like on the court.
Oh yeah, you had to.
You were business-like.
Yeah, you had to be, and so and that's the approach I take in life. I don't take for granted most of the boards, major boards and corporations I serve on.
Yes,
I'm the only black man.
Oh.
Here we say African American, but I'm the only black man. So when you're in that position, you have an obligation to show others that you're not there because of the color of your skin.
Yeah, you're not token.
Yeah, you're not a token. Yeah, you're there because you deserve. You've earned a spot to be there. And in saying that, I would like to just let you know the Bahamians in the diaspora, Fred Papal.
Yes.
In Dallas, who served on many boards and commission Fortune 500.
Outstanding young man.
Great young man. Yeah. So we have that.
Now, Lynden, I was about to call you Sir Lynden. But Lynden, they say behind every great man is there an even greater woman.
Yes.
Speak about that lovely woman in your life.
Well,
Please.
yes. Marilyn, she was a Watson. She would love for me to say that.
Yes, that's important.
Watson, Long Island.
Yes, Long
In fact,
Island.
we're headed to Long Island Regatta in a couple of weeks.
Oh, yes.
So that's it. But Marilyn Rose, my wife,
I think they're
is...
from Gordon's Day.
Boy, I don't know that part
Yeah,
of
Watson,
it.
they're from Gordon's.
Yeah. It was
Yeah.
Frank Watson's niece.
Right, yeah, they're from
Her
Gordon's.
father and I, William, he was no longer with us. William Watson, I affectionately call him Big Fella.
Okay.
He was a big guy.
Big guy, yeah. They're from Gordon's.
And her mother, Yvonne Watson, she's here in Houston with us as we speak.
Okay.
Yeah, but Marilyn, again, she's a proud graduate of Aaron Bailey.
Okay.
Hey, the Rattlers? Am I right? Pacers. Okay, boy, she can kill me.
Yeah, she will kill you.
Yeah. So I apologize to all the Pacers. Yeah, but she's a graduate of Aaron Bailey. Went to Prairie View A&M.
Okay, in Texas.
In Texas, where she graduated, and then she went on to do a master's at Texas Southern University.
Yes.
Now, I can tell you what Texas Southern, what it means. Maryland is on the Board of Regents.
Wow, that's awesome.
At Texas Southern University. She was appointed by Governor Rick Perry at the time, a few years back.
Yes, I remember Rick.
And after Rick was no longer governor, Greg Abbott reappointed her.
Wow, that's awesome.
And after her term expired, Governor Abbott then appointed her again. So she's now serving her third term, the longest serving individual on Texas Southern Board of Regents, female.
Awesome.
So she's also served as vice chair. And in fact, it was an honor this last weekend. We had a lot of Bahamians graduate to see her on the stage, and she's very proud of that. So she goes and show up to see each and every one of those Bahamian kids graduate. So
That's
she's
awesome.
very proud of that.
How important was her assistance and support and everything else in your overall success?
I would not be who I am today without her.
Oh, you're a smart man.
No. And that's the honest truth. Not only she's a great human being, she's a great...
And Long Island women are like that.
Yeah, great mother.
Yes.
We're now grandparents, Zoe Lynn, so she is as excited as it can be. And we've done well. I mean, our kids all graduate of college. LJ, Lynden Rose, he's our other Rose.
Yes.
He may have been the best Rose basketball player, but he had some injuries.
Wow.
Yeah, so
Yes.
LJ played at the University of Houston. He played professionally in Europe, and he just took a job in the Houston Rockets front office.
Really?
Yes, he's assistant director of international scout.
Oh,
So when you talked about it, my youngest son, Leonard, was a two-sport athlete at Columbia.
Columbia?
Yeah, so he took after his mom. He's
Yeah,
smart.
okay, yeah, smart.
He's smart, yeah. So
Smart.
he's a two-sport athlete. He's graduated. He has 2 degrees. He was in the Houston Texans front office as well.
Are you serious?
But he decided, he and some young men decided to launch an NFT.
Yes.
So that into that world, crypto world that I don't understand.
Yeah,
So
I don't
that's his
understand it
space.
either. And it's taking the world by storm.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
They just...
But these young Ivy League, they figured out.
They know
They
that,
figured
yeah, I
out.
don't-
And then my daughter Madeline is with the financial institution, so TDCU.
So-
She's graduated from Bauer Business School. So
Okay.
life is good, and we're blessed.
So they said that your kids inherited their smarts from the mother.
Yes, yeah, they did. There's no, without question. I mean, I had to work hard. I was like Paul. I had to work really hard. You know, and we copy of each other paper every now and then.
So both of you were wrong. But Lynden, on a serious note, you've achieved a lot. What's next for you? What do you aspire to? Or you just struggling off all the goals that you were working towards as a young man in the Grove, in Coconut Grove,
yeah.
on the corner by the traffic light. The wall is still there.
Yeah.
The house is still there.
Yeah. It's really just getting started.
Okay.
Because I have an obligation to those behind me.
Mm-hmm.
So I have to pull them up,
Yes.
prepare them to take on roles that is going to be even tougher than it was for me.
Right.
Now, I may have opened some doors, but now I have to prepare them to walk in those doors.
Yes, sir.
And so that my goal is to continue to empower every individual I've come in contact with, and we have an obligation to the Bahamian diaspora, those individuals. We shared, and I don't know if you know this, but for the last 15 years, we've hosted all the Bahamians in the state of Texas to our home for Thanksgiving.
Really?
Yes. Before I became Consul General, this is my wife. She wanted to give
like
back.
that.
We wanted to give back. On some days on a Sunday, she would cook for the Bahamian kids at Texas Southern.
Wow.
Get in the car before she cooked for me.
Yeah.
Feel that I can always eat.
Right.
But she makes sure she take care of her kids. So we've been doing that, and we've had individuals come over. Such a big event. Bahamas Brass Band came over.
Really?
1 year, yes, and we've been blessed.
They can carry on.
Oh yeah.
Prophecy.
Yeah. Oh yeah. They
You didn't
came
work in
on.
prophecy, though.
No. Wait, no. Look, I came up in a jumper church, man. So, Community Holiness, Mission Baptist.
Yeah. Reverend Gladson Patton.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
His son is now in charge, Gladson Jr.
Yeah.
But before you go, your father was a sharp person.
Yes.
Obviously, people thought he worked for Gillette Razor Blade Company. You've inherited some of that. Let's close with this note. All of this is part of your success. You're always sharp.
Well, yes. Before I leave home, it's good to have a family, like I do. Yes. I have my kids. They all have roles.
Yes.
You know, my daughter always wants me to, hey, Dad, do well. You need to make money because I'm gonna need some. my wife,
girl.
my wife is always, honey, we know that you're gonna do well. The encouragement.
That's so important.
But LJ said, Dad, you got your swag on. Let me check you. Let me check your socks. Let me check your shoes. And then you got to coordinate, Dad. And so I have a team. So before I walk outside, they make sure that I'm right. And if I'm not right, they call me back in and say, Dad, that doesn't coordinate. So I'm blessed. But at the end of the day, that's just love. That's just love. So it's just a reflection of having a strong family and having the support. And I would say this in closing, if you allow me that.
Yes, go right ahead.
We're blessed to be Bahamians, to come from a country where you have the opportunity to shake everyone's hand.
Yes.
That's how small place we are.
Yes.
We're related. We have so much in common.
That's right.
And that commonality should allow us to even do bigger and better things, to get along. And remember our heritage. We're a Christian nation.
Yes.
So everything that we've done it as a godly nation. And it's my hope and goal to continue to see, and hopefully to see the leadership continue. And I guess I give the thanks and the praise to God Almighty for allowing me this opportunity to share the gifts that He's given me.
Amen.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Honorary Consul Lynden Rose being with us today on this program, and it's truly an honor. An outstanding individual, a former great basketball player, now a top diplomat, businessman, and husband and father, all the way from Coconut Grove. We'll be right back after these messages on Immediate Response.